What would make Harry Potter Goblet of Fire better? Well, according to Jeremiah Kipp, getting rid of all the magic and the wonder. Hey guys, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button so that we know. Now let's take a look at this critic. Now that puberty has struck the Harry Potter universe, the series ought to move away from the insipid kid stuff and just right to the sexing. Come on, guys. Don't tell me you didn't have a twin fantasy looking at the Weasleys. No? No one's into that? No one got turned on by Neville's navel? I was more into Dobby anyway. You gave me a sock. I wonder what that's for. Dobby. But there's still all that huffing and puffing of computer-generated phantasmagoria to contend with, involving fire-breathing dragons, shape-shifting mazes, and magical wand-lighting effects. You probably shouldn't get upset about magical things in an entire, thing that's centered around magical things. There's too many wands and spells. Grow up. Just because they got older didn't mean like all of the magic went away. It's not like your life. This gives a quick fix to the fantasy crowd, but to anyone who expects a little more for their money, the entire Harry Potter franchise has proven itself old hat. Why would you spend money wanting more than fantasy from Harry Potter? That doesn't make any sense. What did you want? Like what were you expecting? Yeah, by the fourth movie, they probably should have tried something new, like turning it into a musical, or a sexy thriller, or a political drama about Nixon. For some reason. The characters still react to spells with profound amazement, but we've been so inundated with Lord of the Rings and its ilk that this Hollywood manufactured magic has primarily lost its luster. So the characters shouldn't be amazed by magic? Because you're not f***ing amazed because Lord of the Rings already did it? The characters would be amazed. It's like if anyone in Michael Bay's movies was not surprised by explosions. Well, he's done the explosion thing before, so I feel like the characters wouldn't be surprised now. No, it's an explosion right next to you. You'd be surprised. That's how explosions work. I mean, how many times has your toaster scared you? We used to have a toaster that would beep for no f***ing reason. You already hear I don't need a beep to know that the toaster's done because the thing that happens is louder than the beep. Whenever a mystical beast showed up, I inwardly sighed, knowing I'd have to endure a barrage of phony baloney effects. Wait, you want it to be real? A horse. It's not really that exciting. It doesn't really work in the mystical, magical universe of Harry Potter. What is that? It's a Gargatron. It looks like a gerbil. I know. We're trying to appease some movie critic who doesn't like magic. You just know Harry will pull through, so there's not much in the way of suspense. The best... So much for James Bond movies. The best one can hope for is the filmmakers will speed through the action promptly and efficiently, and at 157 minutes, this entry in the series unfortunately drags on. It's not like you're waiting on a coffee at Starbucks while some 22-year-old kid who still lives with his mom is sending memes to some girl who he's never gonna fuck. This is a movie. Like, this is the length of it. You can't be like, hurry up. It's what it is. What's more fascinating about the Potter series, following the somewhat inspired awkwardness of emerging puberty in Prisoner of Azkaban, is watching young Harry, Ron, and Hermione figure out what to do with their emerging sexuality. Well, I mean, then you're just a f***ing pervert. Like, if the interesting thing isn't magic in Harry Potter, and obviously the relationships are there, but if it's not magic, the impending doom, the action scenes, and all you found, interesting was emerging sexuality of young kids, then you're f***ed up, man. I don't know what to tell you. If you're not going door to door now, you're doing it soon. The best sequences involve Harry and Ron's shy inability to muster up the courage to ask Hermione to the annual Wizards Ball and her seething frustration with her pathetic Jules and Jim compatriots. I don't disagree that those are good scenes, but, again, if that's all you thought was good about this, then you probably shouldn't go to movies about magic, or be within 50 feet of children. But what would Harry Potter be without its conventional Nancy Drew plots, which always somehow overwhelms the character development by having Harry and company undergo various trials by fire? Yeah, because if you don't have that, then it's not the style of story that they're going for. Otherwise, it's just people growing. If you take away the magic, the action, and the mystery, it's literally just children growing. You could just point a camera at a baby for 10 years and, and just watch that for the rest of your fucking life if that's what you want. The weakest scene indeed involves the return of Voldemort in a creaky graveyard. Considering he's the most one-dimensional stock villain imaginable, at least at this point in the Harry Potter series, there's remarkably little in the way of threat coming from the Dark Lord. He's the most threatening thing in the universe. He's the thing that only one little kid was able to survive out of everyone. That's pretty threatening. I think it is. I mean, Christ. Here, let's say a Mayweather thing. Floyd Mayweather went 50-0 in the boxing ring. Don't want to take a punch from him. Why? Because no one got him to lose. He had one child just survive. He didn't even lose. He just couldn't kill him. That's pretty fucking threatening. So much for your stock villain. Audiences that have grown attached to young Harry, Hermione, and Ron will be pleased to see them working through their growing pains. Would that the fantasy elements of the Potter series were as fantastic as the simple act of surviving young adulthood. Yeah, I don't know why you watched this. It seems like you want all the magic taken out of it, and the whole universe is magic. That doesn't make any sense. It's like taking the space out of Star Wars, or the space out of Star Trek, or the space out of Aliens, or the space out of Space Pants. Then they're just pants. And then you have a song that goes, pants, pants. And that doesn't really work. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. Also, smash that little like button so that we know that you liked the video. And if you want to see another one from us, click one of the ones on the screen. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.